ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Pokémon Showdown video. This week I've got a bit of a special video for you. I'll be doing a themed battle against a friend of mine by the name of Bex. We are going to be doing a Generation 5 normal type gym leader battle. I will be using Cheren's team and she'll be using Lenora's. We'll be using the teams from the Type Expert World Leaders teams from the Pokémon Global Tournament in Pokémon Black 2 and White 2. For those of you who don't know what those look like, we'll just have a quick look at them now. So Lenora's team is this, Watchog, Braviary, Chinchino, Kangaskhan, Swordsbuck and Licky. As you can see, the Chinchino and Licky are both special attackers. Everyone else on this team is a normal attacker. Now we know these teams are set at level 50, but we are in the battle going to be boosting those to level 100 because the Braviary is not allowed below level 54. In these cases, obviously we've got a choice of 2 abilities, so we use whichever ability we feel is the most appropriate for that for those Pokemon. And then EVs and Nature we get to decide as well, but other than that we use the same attacks, the same items. And then Cheren's team is Stoutland, Porygon-Z, Chinchino, Licky, Castform and Bouffalont. As you can see in this case, the Chinchino is a physical attacker and the Licky is mostly physical but does have that thunder in there as well. And then obviously the Porygon-Z is a special attack along with Castform, so Cheren's team has a bit more balance with physical and mixed attackers, physical and special attackers, sorry. And again, level 100 I get to choose between the 2 abilities where that is an option, obviously apart from Castform, and then I use these held items. And then of course I get to choose the Nature and EVs, which we'll now have a quick look at. So here for the Stoutland, I've gone with an Adamant one with the EVs in HP and attack, and then the last 4 going into the speed. The Porygon-Z, I've gone for Modest, with the EVs in HP, special attack, and then the last 4 into speed again. Chinchino, Jolly, with the EVs in attack, speed, and then the last 4 into the HP. Licky, I've gone for an Adamant with the EVs into HP, attack, and then the last 4 into defense. Castform, we've gone for a Timid, the EVs into the special attack, speed, and then the last 4 into HP. And then the Bouffalont, gone for an Adamant, and as you can see I've spread the EVs out quite a lot here. With 132 into HP, 136 into attack, 120 each into the 2 defences. Obviously being such a big spread, is going to have a negative effect obviously on my attack and whichever other stat would have been a better option to fully boost the EVs as well. But I feel this way just makes Bouffalont a bit more bulky and gives him a stronger chance of being annoying with high defences. And that's it for how my team looks. Obviously I have no idea how Bex's team is going to be spread with abilities, Nature and EVs. Obviously I do have some idea as to what the moves are and the held items, which could give me a little bit of an advantage obviously, but also she knows what Pokemon and which items and moves my Pokemon has, because I'm sure she's had a look. Let's get into a battle. Okay, so you can see we're going to be getting into this battle, and I'm probably going to start off with I think I'll start with Chinchino. Right, okay. So she started with Watchog, which I know does have Confuse Ray, and Hypnosis, so they both be a bit of a pain. Here I'm going to go for a Rock Blast. And got 4 hits and the Hypnosis missed. Okay, so that's a good start for me. And now I'm probably going to go for Aqua Tail, just for the slightly higher accuracy. I have a feeling that she's probably going to switch here, or not. Okay, so that's Watchog down. As you can see, we both have a Chinchino. Okay, so she sends out the Kangaskhan, which I can't remember exactly what moves it's got. But I think it has Hammer Arm, so I'm probably going to switch into something. I don't know what. I think I'm going to switch into the Porygon-Z. And survive from the Chocoberry. Hopefully be faster now, so I can get a nice strong Psychic off. And of course, it's not going to be super effective, and Kangaskhan clearly has a lower defense than special defense because Porygon's download raised the attack rather than the special attack. As you saw there, she went for the fake out, forgetting clearly that it only works first turn. I also happen to know that Kangaskhan does have Sucker Punch, which could be annoying. But I'm just going to go for another Psychic here. And she forgot about Fake Out again. Luckily I got the special defense drop on the Psychic that turn, so this Psychic, unless she switches, should finish it off. And there we go. And so, obviously at the minute, it's looking pretty good for me. She's lost 2 of her Pokemon, and I've lost none. That's probably partly due to her just forgetting about Fake Out when you've been able to use on your first turn. And now she sends out the Sawsbuck, which will be weak to the Signal Beam, because obviously it's part grass, and they got hit by the Jump Kick, which lands. Okay, so I'm assuming they'll probably have Sapsipper because none of that team have a Sunny Day to increase to get the sun, so she won't get the speed increase from that, so I'm assuming she's going to have Sapsipper. So obviously at that stage I am not going to go for anything with a grass type attack. And if you're going to Stoutland, I do have the Focus Sash on there, so it'll prevent me being knocked out should I get hit by a Jump Kick. Also the Intimidate lowers the Sawsbuck attack, which is quite nice, and I'll go for the Ice Fang here, which will be super effective. Okay, so it turned out the Focus Sash wasn't even needed, the attack drop clearly did enough, also pretty decent defense at 216. I'll just go for another Ice Fang here. And she switches into the Chinchino, which is going to be faster than mine, so I might switch into Boufflant Ouch. That focus blast was painful. Yes, I forgot about that. That Cinccino is a special attack from Cinccino, and unfortunately, she is faster, which is going to be annoying, so I will use Buffalant. Let's just switch into the Licky Licky and try for the Swift that time. Obviously guaranteed hit, but luckily for me didn't do that much damage. Now here I'm going to go for Hammer Arm. Probably overkill, but oof. Just survived that Focus Blast and got the knockout with Hammer Arm. And so she's gone back into the Swords Book, which is going to be a lot faster than me. So I think at this stage, just sacrifice a Licky Licky and go back into the Stoutland, getting the Intimidate on it again, and go for an Ice Fang again, which will hopefully get a knockout if I'm lucky. Of course, if she switches a Swords Book, then yep, into the Licky Licky. Critical hit, but still only did 28% damage. I'm probably just going to go for a return here. It's the most powerful move I've got. Did a decent amount of damage. I took 25% from the Thunderbolt, which will now make my reversal a lot stronger. Got the critical hit, along with the super effective there. Obviously have a slight issue with the Braviary. Will of course not be weak to reversal, but it is weak to Ice Fang, but it's also possibly going to be faster than me. If I want to go for the Ice Fang. Oh, I'm faster apparently. And ouch. This here, I'm going to go into the cast form and go for Rain Dance. As Bravery uses the Tailwind to get the speed increase, then I'll go for Thunder. U-turn, critical hit doing 60%, and switch into a Swords Book, which will obviously resist the Thunder. That's a shame, but I do have Ice Beam, but I'll probably get knocked out first. So here I'm going to switch into Cinccino. Ouch, that horn reached a lot. And possibly be faster than me. Don't know. Go for the Tail Slap and yep, faster. I am fairly sure now that actually from being in a relatively decent position to win this, I'm probably actually going to lose. I'm going to go for a Revenge here, which thankfully did a lot of damage. But now I've lost the Rain, which is annoying. And I'll go for Wild Charge, hopefully not get knocked out. But Superpower will, of course, succeed in knocking me out. Switch back into the cast form. And I am got a chance to be quicker. Need to hope I am. Go for the Ice Beam. And 10%. Oh, held on with 13%, and Ice Beam should wrap this up. And there we go. So, according to that, Cheren is the strongest. So, obviously that isn't definitive. I mean, there's probably quite a few misplays on both behalves, particularly hers with the fake out early on. Which obviously, if she'd remembered that, would probably have obviously changed the game, and I might not have managed to get the win. We'll probably go for a second battle. This time, let's see if she remembers about the fake out. I'm going to start with the cast form this time, and she starts with a Braviary, and we'll go for the Rain Dance, followed by the Thunder, which again she predicted by switching into the Source Book, so it resists. Oh, I've got Paralysis. Nice. Of course, we've got Ice Beam here, which will be super effective. Horn Leech, also super effective on me, and bye bye. Now here I'm going to go for the Bouffalante. I wish I'd actually decided on the the Sap Zipper Bouffalante, because I have a feeling that would come in handy here, but I didn't. Okay, I'm going to go for Head Charge, do a lot of damage, and heal some of that back with my... heal some of the recoil damage from the leftovers. For another one, and she goes for the Hammer Arm, which did quite a bit of damage, 52%. The Head Charge doing enough to get the knockout. Now we've both lost one Pokemon. Have to see how this one's going to go. Comes the Chinchino, which of course I know has the Focus Blast. Here I think I'm going to go for another Head Charge. Focus Blast missed, and critical hit on the Head Charge, getting the knockout. And I'm getting dangerously low on my HP now. I'll switch back to the Source Book, which will of course be slower because of the paralysis. And now the Watchog, which is more than likely going to be faster. So at that stage I'll probably end up losing the Bouffalante. But don't mind too much, I'm in quite a good position here. Oh, which went for the Flail, which didn't do very much. And the Focus Sash doing enough to prevent a knockout. And I'm going to switch into my only Pokemon that's faster, which is my Chinchino, which is surprisingly fast at 361 speed. Did not think a Chinchino would be that fast. Go for Rock Blast, getting a knockout. Obviously, if she sends out the Braviary, I'll just go for Rock Blast and it'll be super effective. I just go for the Licky Licky. Here I'm going to go with Aqua Tail. Critical hit still didn't do that much damage. Okay, so now I'm going to switch into the Stoutland. So I obviously do have the Reversal, which will hopefully do a reasonable amount of damage. Or not. Okay, so I'll just go for Crunch here. And now with that much HP left, Reversal should get a knockout. There we go. Send out the Braviary. Go for an Ice Fang. It's super effective. Of course, if I get knocked out first from that superpower. Oh, still only 47. Oh, we've got Flinch at least. Ice Fang this time 46%. And follow that up with the superpower. Now all I need to do is going to make Chinchino, which will be faster, and Rock Blast. Okay, so that was a much more definitive and decisive victory for my team, which is obviously Cheren's. So I think probably at that stage, out of 2 games, 2 wins, I think it's probably fairly safe to say that Cheren's team is the stronger. Something about Lenora's team that I find a bit strange is that the Chinchino is a special attacking Chinchino when Chinchino has a higher attack stat, and also the same for Licky Licky as well. Although actually Cheren's Licky Licky is a mixed attacker, does have some physical and some special moves. But on balance, I do think that Cheren's team is stronger. I think if we did this battle again where we got to choose any ability rather than just the 2 listed, and any item, obviously the Kangaskhan could then be a Mega, could obviously make him a lot stronger. Obviously then Chinchino could have Skill Link, making the other moves that Chinchino's got, like the Tail Slap and Rock Blast, Bullet Seed, do full 5 out of 5. And that could obviously change up how the battle goes a bit, but I might do it at some point in the future. Just say you've got to use these 6 Pokemon still, but you can use any moves, any items, any abilities. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.